So in this lesson, it's going to be pretty straightforward. Essentially, all we're looking at is reading timetables. Okay, now I know at school you're always reading timetables, but sometimes you go to the city and you catch a train or a bus or a ferry or whatever it is, and you have to look at a timetable. So we're going to learn how to read and interpret timetables and use them to calculate estimate travel times. We say estimate because public transport, unless you're in Japan, rarely runs exactly like it is on the timetable, okay? So understand that timetables are written in 24-hour time. Do you know why they're written in 24-hour time? Have a think about that, okay? And I'll let you know right now. It's so we don't confuse. So when you say, when does the bus leave at 8? Are we talking about AM or PM? Well, if you read the timetable, it'll be 0800, so you'll know that it's AM, okay? If it's written as 2000, then it's 8 PM. So find the difference between the two places on the timetable to calculate travel time and look at timetables to see where the transport stops. So they're pretty straightforward things. Let's get into it. All right, so I've got the Newcastle to Gosford train here, all right? And we're just going to answer a few questions on it. It says, how long does it take from the Newcastle interchange, so that station, to Morisset? Now, we've got a couple of ways to look at it, but we've got to find Newcastle interchanges here. So maybe I'll do a highlighter there. And we've got Morisset there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick this time here and this time here. And let's see how long it takes. So I'm going to go 1750 minus 1702, which is that time there. And I end up getting 48 minutes. But you're telling me, Mr. Bustos, there's 2 times there. It is. So let's do the second train as well. So let's go, that one's 1805. And then this one's 1724, okay? Now what happens here is that we've got 2 different times here. See how there's an hour difference between here and here, but there isn't here. So we've got to do this. So what's the difference between 24 and 5? And there's almost 20 minutes, not quite. So it's 19 minutes. So it's going to be 1. So you're almost going to go the negative here, but it's not going to be negative. You've got to take it off here. So it's going to go 1 hour minus 19 minutes, all right? And so that's going to be 60 minus 19. So it's going to be 41 minutes, all right? So, which one's quicker, this one or this one? Right. It looks like the second one will be quicker, which is obvious because it doesn't stop at all stations. So you're saving yourself 7 minutes in that trip, okay? All right, compare the travel time of the 702 to the 724 train. So we're going to have to do what I just said that we'll do, but we're going to have to do it with this. Okay, so that to that. So let's have a crack. So I'm going to do the first one. So 1829 minus 1702. And it's going to be 1 hour and 27 minutes. That's the train. The other one is, I'm going to look at this one now, 1838. And then be 1724. So it looks like it's 4, 1, and then 1. So 1 hour and 14 minutes. So there's a bit of a difference here. It goes, compare the travel time of them. Well, it looks like the one that stops at most of the stations, this one, takes a bit longer than this one. It's actually more than 10 minutes. It's about 13 minutes difference, okay? So, which one would you choose to go to Gosford? Well, I don't know about you, but I'll choose to take this one because I'm in the train for like 13 minutes less. But it all depends. If I've got a dentist appointment at 6:40, well, then you're cutting it a bit short to get to Gosford at that time. So sometimes if you've got a bit of a luxury, you just need to get to Gosford around a certain time, whether you, as opposed to I have to get to Gosford by a certain time. So your choice depends on many things, but if it's just on travel time, I would choose the second one because you're in the train for a lot less time. So just be aware of that. So just be aware of that when you do it. Okay. How long does it take from Cockle Creek to Dora Creek? So from one creek to another. So we're going, Cockle Creek is here and Dora Creek is here. So all we're going to do is going to go 17. Use the bigger number first, 46 over 17, 22. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 2 is that, and this is 0. So it's going to take 24 minutes to go from Cockle Creek to Dora Creek. That's how long the journey is if you wanted to go from one creek to another. All right, let's have a look at this. If Ben took the 0820 ferry on Tuesday from Manly, what time would he get to Circular Quay? So see how this says Monday to Friday? So that's the one we have to take because Tuesday is included Monday to Friday. If I go to the 820, what time does he get to Circular Quay? Because that's Circular Quay there. 0850, or in AM PM time it'll be 8:50 AM. How long is the ferry trip? So we're going to go 8:50 minus 0820. Looks like it takes 30 minutes. And I highly recommend, therefore, it takes 30 minutes. I highly recommend you taking this ferry. It's beautiful. All right, goes around the Sydney Harbour Bridge. You get an awesome view. Around the Sydney Opera House, you get an awesome view of the Harbour Bridge. It's a beautiful, beautiful ferry. All right, now we're going to look at this bus timetable. Where does the bus go? Okay. Well, it starts at Customs House. I can see that from here. And it ends up at Charlestown Square, which is good because I can go shopping there. And it actually goes through some cool places. It goes through Westfield Kotara, goes down Glebe Road, Derby Street. So it's actually quite a scenic one if you wanted to look around Newcastle. So it's a really cool route that you can take around Newcastle. Let's look at the next one. When does the 509 bus get to Kotara? So that's this one here. And let's look at Kotara. Kotara's here. What time does it get there? It gets there at 05:33, which in AM PM time is really early. It's 5:33 AM. Okay. But then you can get to Kotara well before anything's open, and you'll probably be one of the first people into the shopping centre. Anyway, that's Timetables. Peace out.